you see, because everything's just shapes.
Yep. And there was that hole in the center.
Everything that she's drawn, the reason it's not detailed, but it's not necessarily because she's not good at drawing. It's everything's just shapes.
Perhaps.
Oh, hey, look, there's the last pentagram.
So yeah, it wasn't the fucking place. There's a few more things that'll show up.
Rip Granddad.
Rip Granddad. All right, check your pooter.
I can't. You'll have to check it for me.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not going to happen.
Good if you weren't such a pussy.
Hey, man. Oh God, I'm glad we got out of that serious shit, so that we can be fucking silly again and just laugh about Nick saying "pussy."
Get up on my pussy, boy!
No, I'm thinking of that Skyrim video.
Oh, wait, which one?
The one where they've edited it so that the guy walks up and he's like, "Are you from wherever?" Oh, what am I thinking? You don't look like you don't get much pussy, and then like the character just slaps him so hard he ragdolls.
That's
You okay this morning? I'm not opening the pickaxe today. Greg informs me we're doing band practice though. I'll see you there. Hey man! Nice messages last night. I mean, like, really? You massive dork, lol. Band practice today. Because I feel like we need to do something normal. I'm at the SnailCon. Hope you're feeling okay.
SnailCon!
Sincerely, Gregory. Away message. It's good to be alive this morning. That's all. Weather service. Snow in the forecast. Are you ready for what's coming your way?
No, probably not.
Chuckle.
Okay. Is it time?
If you would like to do Demon Tower, then now is the time.
Okay. I think this is a good release.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
The Age of Blood.
Oh,
Just press the button.
No, I
Come
wanna-
on.
I wanna-
In the Age of Blood, a
I
pale
wanna
one
do-
will rise, wielding not but a simple blade. Who dares to climb the steps of...
You couldn't let me read 4 fucking lines?
Nope. Ancient Doomspire Demon Tower.
Part 4, Slaughter of the Blood Thief.
Yeah.
There. I have to read 1.
So yeah, this game exists just because like the Kickstarter went really, really well, and instead of going like, we're gonna add a bunch of content and kind of, stretch the game out beyond, doing that thing that a lot of indie games do where they go, oh, we got our money, let's promise all this other shit, and then like they have struggles delivering, right? They were just like, no, we'll just focus on making the game really good, and that with the extra money they kind of just basically went, hey, other indie developer, can you just make a game that we'll just like put in the game? So they went, yeah, sure, and that's what this is. So I guess now is as good a time as any. Well, Nick's gonna play through all of Demon Tower because he wants to.
Been begging for it.
He has been begging for it.
Wanted it bad.
We will see how much of this winds up going on video. I figured this was a good time to talk about sort of the game and some of the stuff that happens. Because as I learned as we were Let's Playing this, it's kind of hard to talk about this game spoiler-free without, knowing about the cult and stuff that's going on.
I'm still upset about Casey.
Yeah, you're supposed to be.
Well,
So, basically, as soon as I run out of interesting things to talk about, you guys will realize because it will just cut to the end of Demon Tower. So, yeah, there was that cult. And, eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that there's a part where Nick makes a joke about it being like Hot Fuzz, and I go, maybe that's the exact literal plot. And you went, oh.
I don't believe you. I still don't necessarily believe you.
There was this cult, and they found this hole in the center of a fucking mine, and they threw a guy in there, and there's a so in Longest Night, right?
So in Hot Fuzz.
No,
Did I explore the whole thing? I had to explore the whole thing, right?
No, you just need to get the key and go.
Oh, there's no secrets for
There's
exploring the whole
at a certain point there's a puzzle in order to get the good ending, and I haven't done it yet because I've been lazy, and I'm not very good at Demon Tower.
Okay.
What? No, I'm talking. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
Fair enough.
It's fine if you get the bad end. It's whatever.
Fuck you! I want the good ending.
It's fine.
May deserves the good ending.
Does she?
Yeah. After what she's been through.
Well, I mean, so you're gonna kind of notice that, like, as we finish up this day, you're gonna kind of notice, like, you know, May had this big confrontation with the, you know, this cult, and, you know, whatever her internal stuff was, whether it be mental illness that she yelled at or told to fuck off, or whether it was actually an old god, you know, she did have this confrontation, and
Oh no!
well, now you can't get the good ending.
What was I supposed to do?
Nothing. You fucking coward. You fucking coward. And everyone's gonna see that too, because I wasn't.
I don't give a
fucking
shit.
Coward. You fucking coward. You goddamn idiot. This is. Oh my god, we're gonna be sitting here for 9 hours while you fucking do Demon Tower. Jesus Christ.
No, we're not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. So, like, God, what was I even saying?
You were talking about how after this great big thing, she's gonna have some kind of realization.
We're going to have, you know, a lot of the side stories that you're dealing with kind of, you know, they kind of feel like you feel like you've accomplished some stuff on occasion, and it's, you know, you feel like things are going good, and you're gonna feel, you know, it's gonna be the end of the game, and it's like, well, things are looking up, you know. The ending of this game feels very optimistic. But when you sit down and, like, really think about it, there are a lot of issues that have not really been resolved. We did not do Greg and Angus's hangouts, but Greg's hangouts. But the deal with them is that they are, like, you know, as much as they like hanging out with B and stuff, kill that guy before you fucking get that key, because he will turn into a very tough enemy if you do not. A lot of problems for characters still exist. Like, Greg and Angus, they are saving money to try and leave town. They do not like being the only openly gay couple in Possum Springs, which is, you know, a small conservative town that isn't necessarily the most accepting of stuff. And so they're trying to save up money to move to Bright Harbor. They're working 7 days a week to achieve this end. And they haven't concluded that. You know, they're still here in Possum Springs at the end of it. B is still stuck working at her dad's store. She's not got any indications of stuff. So that's a hint for the puzzle to get the good ending. That's all I know.
So just top right corner.
I guess.
Okay. Remember that then.
You remember it. I'm talking. And if you get good, you can dash through, like, those blood pools. I always, like that stuff, that will damage you if you try to walk through it, but if you dash through it, you make it okay. I always fuck it up and get damaged.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, basically, this game does something interesting, I think, in that the ending feels optimistic, but things are not, like, nothing is really improved for the characters. You know, May is still jobless, and she has no real skills that make her, you know, that she can use to get a job. She has, in a bit, we'll talk to the janitor, and she'll kind of get an idea of what she might want to do as a career, well, not career, but like a job. But it's still not like she's got, you know, huge promising aspect, you know, huge prospects ahead of her because she's a college dropout. There's no... It's not the case that she... Like, her parents, their house is still in jeopardy. And as we'll see later, you know, May's going to be pushing her dad because he's unhappy to do something that might make them an even more financially risky state.
But it'll make him happier.
It'll make him happier, and that's, you know, something that I have, myself and my mother have had long talks about is, you know, whether money or, like, a job that's... Yeah, see how much harder those guys are? Those are those, like, that easy walking dude that you killed in one hit. They turn into those when you get the key.
Okay. Are they in every level?
Yes. They're usually by the exit. Okay, this is a real boss. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like the game is ending, and it's going to end on what feels like a positive note. But nothing has been really improved for the lives of our main characters, and I think that that's because the game. I feel that one of the primary messages of this game is that it is sort of the relations you form with people that wind up that like make a real difference. You know, whether you do Greg or B, you wind up getting good friends with one of them, if not both, because you can alternate. That's totally fine. And the side quests you do are the things that wind up feel the most fulfilling. We're gonna get the last constellations today. That's gonna feel good, right? Mm-hmm. Aren't you excited? What else? Oh, you're getting fucked. This is gonna be 9 hours of fucking Demon Tower.
Is it really that difficult of a fucking game?
I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. I remember having struggles with boss of like 2 levels from now or something, because your health just gets so low that you gotta be dodging and shit. So we can talk about the cult a little bit. May kind of points it out, and I do have a bit of sympathy for them as well, because they are, as May says, they were clearly people that they were probably baby boomers, or that generation, pretty close to that, which, as they were growing up, the state of the country was, and the economy was, it was a growing, booming war economy, or post-war economy, right? Everything was fucking great. You could walk into a store and leave with a job, and that job would be able to fucking pay for your, you to have a house, and your wife and kids to be, happy and taken care of, with just from that one job, Yeah. Shit was cash, as long as you were, white and straight and, and that just steadily declined as these people were growing up, and it's no longer that way anymore, There's a moment where May and B are in the library, and they see someone who's like fucking 60 or 70 and he has to be making a fucking resume, Like, I do feel some sympathy for that, the world that they thought they were gonna get growing up. They were told all these, economic promises, and they maybe got like a tiny taste of it, and then everything just dried up, and felt like the world went away and shit. So I can sympathize with that a little bit. And so they fucking basically, one of the things that I think that this game does really interestingly is it kind of explores what do you do when your life isn't what you thought it ought to be, Like, do you just hanker down and just work like crazy to try and, make it, you can't, if you put hard work in, you're gonna make it eventually, right? That's what everyone says, Do you just say, I'm gonna run away from everything? Do you get out of, just leave and try and go back to where you feel comfortable and safe? Do you turn to God and start praying and going to church all over? Do you reject God? do you create your own God? Just what do you do when life isn't what you wanted it? And for the cultist answer, it was clearly, how you're gonna get fucked. One of the lines at the beginning, your grandfather is saying, one of the lines that he can have is that they feared death, so they preyed on the young, or something like that. They ate the young, I think. And
I think we got that one actually this time.
And it's like, it's a really solid line, and it's kind of directly in reference to the cult. which is maybe implies that May's grandfather knew something about the cult is a possibility. We will finish up a side quest with like basically the second you walk out of the house, or maybe yeah. That's kind of about like that implies at least that May's grandfather may have been in some stuff, or at least some stuff before it got to a certain level. I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit.
You're talking about the ways that people find solutions.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, there's... Because that's the central conflict that every character is dealing with in this, you know, in this game. Every single character that exists, you know, at least all the main ones, you know, May, Greg, B, May's parents, well, yeah, him. They're all just dealing with stuff being not what they thought it ought to be, or not the way they wanted it to be. And like Laurie's kind of right at the it was top right, and then
down one to the left.
Yeah, you're gonna have to remember. Laurie's kind of younger, and she's kind of not really sure of her place and stuff. And the only one who seems to have his shit together is Germ. He's fucking weird. Whoa! Holy shit! I don't remember that.
So he's a threat.
Yeah, he's a threat even when he dies. That's crazy. It's been a minute since I played Demon Tower. I didn't focus on it too strongly when I was like replaying it in this game. So we can talk a little bit about like the two real ways that you can kind of interpret the game. I think that you're gonna need to start dodging more, because I think that dodging makes you able to like swing a little faster. Like it kind of removes a cooldown, maybe. I'm not positive on that. So there's kind of two ways to look at the events of the game, particularly in regards to the cult and their shit, right? Where you can make the argument that so the one way to interpret it is kind of, I would maybe call it the Angus interpretation, where we have found documentation in the game that states that there were hallucinogenic mines, or hallucinogenic gases and stuff in the mines, right? That were leaking out into the town. And so the cult's meeting place was in the mines, and we also know that May is suffering from a like tragically untreated mental health issue, right? So her seeing, you know, people going in the mines and seeing crazy shit can be made sense of that way, right? It is not an insane thing to say.
Right.
Or you can take this stance that, no, there really was an Elder God, and they at the bottom of that hole, and they just fucking, like, you just, they're gonna wait until you cross. These fucking assholes. So, it basically comes down to what you, yeah, maybe next time deal with those guys before you get the key. Because they're starting to get tougher than you're able to deal with.
I dealt with it.
You did.
How many levels are
fuck
there?
This guy. I think there maybe 10.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this guy's tough.
Did the fucking Castlevania backstep?
Yep. So yeah, it basically just comes down to whether you choose to interpret it as the thing that May was talking to in the thing, whether it was her mental illnesses and her, you know, depression and stuff, or if it was the singer, as he is called a little bit. People kind of draw some connections and speculate. There's a constellation in Longest Night, which is that supplementary game where you find constellations, and May makes a reference to it. And what is it? There is one constellation that appears in that does not appear in this game anywhere. And it is something that starts with an E. I guess I could look it up. But he's the Black Goat. And he is called the First Singer.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, people are getting tougher, huh? You're gonna have to get good.
As I say, immediately just fuck up
Yeah.
the first time I die is the last time I die in this.
Yeah.
That's how we'll do it. That way I don't get stuck here for a million years.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure that's probably the way that we're gonna need to do it, so I don't get,
I would clear this room and then clear the rest of the dungeon, so you just have an easy walk to the boss, before you pick up the key.
Yeah,
That's
what I was kind of figuring.
It's slower, but it's safer,
God damn.
Yep.
Those spear guys do not fuck around.
Yeah, because it's the 2 hits that you gotta do to get them. So yeah, people speculate about the fact that there is a this Black Goat. It's the myth that they talk about is like that he drained the oceans so that the fish could hear his song, and that there was an opera dedicated to him, and it caused a bunch of deaths and shit. So he's he is a thing associated with destruction and also with singing, which I don't know if you paid attention and noticed that the cultist said that he sings the thing in the hole.
Yeah.
So people speculate that he's that, and that the reason why he's in the Lost Constellation and not in the main game is because that's a dream, and so that the speculation is that he put himself in her dream because he is the hole in the center of everything, and he has been with her for a long time. So people speculate that he is kind of he may be the reason that Mei sees sees shapes and has this dissociative episode because Jesus fuck, it's real over there.
Yeah, it is.
God, they just go forever. That's crazy. That he was trying to recruit Mei as one of his fucking cultists. So he just put himself in her dreams. Yes.
Unfortunately, Mae Borowski is, as we all know, Mae Borowski.
Yeah. Be careful of that dude. He's gonna...
I know what he's gonna do. Fuck!
I know what he's gonna do. Immediately fucks up. Oh, you're fucking dead.
Oh! Oh!
Basically flash step like it was fucking DBZ. But now you have 1 health left to fight the boss.
Ultra Instinct.
This is the power of the Ultra Instinct.
Why don't you just get wiped by one of the guys that's been there since the beginning?
Yeah. So yeah, basically I see it as you can interpret it as a materialistic Angus type way of viewing things of okay, yeah, it's just people are crazy and hallucinogenic gases, or you can say, there is this fucking elder god that's manipulating people into doing, the typical elder god thing of hey, here's a cult, we're gonna sacrifice the old god needs flesh. I tend to personally myself like the interpretation that the singer is a thing that existed in the world, and it's manipulating things, that it is real. There was magic, basically. And that's the just go.
I gotta open the door. Bro.
Yeah, you could have made it. See? Now you got hit. Open it.
No.
You would have had time, dude.
No, I gotta get my health back.
You may have broken all the stuff. You're gonna lose more health as a result of you trying to get more health. You're dead. He doesn't even understand.
He doesn't even know what happened.
No.
Just the fight ended.
Yep.
Do I start back on this floor?
You will.
What fucks up because I die?
You have to redo it.
Can I still get the good ending?
I don't fucking think it affects it. You're probably getting that end though.
What makes you say that?
Just because, like, there's a specific puzzle that needs to be done in order to do the good end, and I haven't done it myself. Because I'm lazy, like I said.
So you just don't believe in me?
I don't believe in you, that's accurate. Considering that you ain't even seen the boss of this level, and they're very bad with these fireball bros.
Oh, well that tells me something about the boss.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Come on,
you have to get through the fireball bros to get to the boss.
Did you see how I did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to take the
That was
reading.
everything going according to Cake.
I like the reading of it being there being an elder god, because that's the kind of shit I'm about. I like Bloodborne a lot. It's a good game. I like the old gods, but also the thing about that way of reading it is that it avoids the fact that we had to try and label what's wrong with May exactly. We don't have to try and come up with a name for whatever dissociative episode happened with her, you know. We can just be like, oh, well, there was an elder god manipulating her dreams and mine. That's what's wrong with her.
I can kind of, in a really terrible way, identify very, very completely with her dissociation. I have had a number of times, at least, where I felt that way for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, well, I'm super bonkers or anything.
I think that's what you're saying.
Whatever.
But yeah, it's
What level are we on? 4.
5, I think. Where the fuck did he come from? Oh, you're never gonna make it. Why is it the time I fucking say to do it that you're like, I'm gonna go for it, but the time that it's like, no way, you're like, oh yeah.
I wasn't really trying to. I was just trying to get him far enough away so I could dodge and make a bigger circle. Oh, Rat King!
I love Rat Kings. They're super good. The best one ever was probably in The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. That was a really goddamn good book.
Is he getting smaller every time I hit him?
Yep. So presumably he will have a second health bar where the rats have gone. Oh! Fuck yeah.
Fuck the second health bar.
Oh, you're gonna get so fucked. You're gonna die to the little baby rats. Isn't it weird how you get, like, you're so fragile by the end of this, but you're also so much more mobile.
Damn it!
Alright, here we go, he says as he immediately dies.